Countries in Africa. Part 3. Madagascar is a large red island. Africa's biggest island is located in the Indian Ocean, approximately 420 kilometers east of the coast of Mozambique, and is separated from the African continent by the Mozambique Channel. Madagascar is bordered by the Comoros, France, Mayotte and Réunion, Mauritius, Mozambique, and the Seychelles. The world's fourth largest island has been isolated for around 80 million years, and many of its vegetation and creatures are unique to the island. Around 150 million years ago, the ancient split of the supercontinent Gondwana separated the Madagascar Indian landmass from Africa. After 70 million years, Madagascar separated from the Indian tectonic plate. The island's flora and wildlife evolved separately due to its seclusion in a distant location of the Indian Ocean. With a total area of 587,041 square kilometers. The climate on the island ranges from subtropical to tropical. In 2021, Madagascar has a population of more than 28 million people. Antananarivo is the capital and biggest city. Malagasy and French are the main languages spoken. Although Christianity is the main religion, with more than 80% of the population being Christians, traditional beliefs are strongly ingrained in culture. Malawi is a landlocked country in southeastern Africa in the Great Rift Valley on the western coast of Lake Nyasa, or Lake Malawi, the most southerly lake in the Great African Rift Valley system. Malawi shares borders with Tanzania, Zambia, and Mozambique. The country has a total area of 118,484 square kilometers. Malawi are split into three sections: northern, central, and southern. There are three physical zones as well: the Rift Valley, the Central African Plateau, and the Highlands. The Shire River, the only exit of Lake Malawi, is Malawi's largest river. Mount Mulanje, at 3,002 meters, 9,849 feet, is the highest point. With 15.8 million inhabitants, Malawi is one of the most densely inhabited countries in the world, in 2014. The capital is Lilongwe. Both, Nyanja and English are the official languages. Mali is a former Mali Empire territory. Mali is a landlocked country in Western Africa's interior. Vast portions of the north go deep into the Sahara. More than half of the country is in the extremely hot, dust-laden desert, and its middle parts are in the Sahel zone, the transition zone between the desert and the savanna, the grassy plain in the south. Mali is bounded to the north by Algeria, to the east by Niger, to the south by Burkina Faso and Côte d'Ivoire, to the west by Senegal and Mauritania. With a total area of 1,241,238 square kilometers. Mount Humbori Tonda, with a height of 1,155 meters, is located in the country's central region. The climate of Mali varies from subtropical in the south to desert, hot, and dry in the north. The majority of the country's 16.3 million people live in the southern area. Bamako is the capital and biggest city. The languages spoken are French and Bambara or Bamanankan, a Mande language. Mali is primarily an Islamic nation. 90% of its people identify as Muslims. Mauritania is a West African country in the southern Maghreb and part of the Western African Transition Zone, Sahel. It is bordered to the northeast by Algeria, to the east and southeast by Mali, to the southwest by Senegal, to the northwest by Western Sahara, and to the northwest by the North Atlantic Ocean. The country has a total area of 1,025,520 square kilometers. The Sahara Desert covers much of the nation. Around 3/4 of Mauritania is desert or semi-arid. The southern portion is located in the semi-arid Sahel region. 1/4 of Mauritania's population, or 4 million people, reside in Nouakchott, the nation's capital and largest city, which is situated between the dunes and the ocean. Mauritania's population is made up of around 70% Moors, people of Amazigh, Berber and Arab descent, and 30% non-Arabic-speaking Africans, Wolof, Bambara, and Fulas. The official languages are Arabic, Wolof, and French. Mauritania is an Islamic country with a Sunni Muslim majority. The legal money is Ouguiya, however the euro is the favored currency. Mauritius is a small isolated archipelago in the Indian Ocean in eastern southern Africa, formerly known as the Republic of Mauritius. The island country is located around 900 kilometers east of Madagascar and 180 kilometers northeast of French Réunion. The country is made up of various volcanic islands. Aside from Mauritius main island, there is Rodriguez Island 600 kilometers to the east and two offshore islands, Agalega, 1065 kilometers to the north, and the uninhabited Cargados Correjos Shoals, 430 kilometers to the northeast. Mauritius, Rodriguez, and Réunion are Mascarene Islands, with Mauritius being the biggest. The island is approximately 61 kilometers long and 45 kilometers broad, with a total area of 1,864 kilometers. The archipelago is home to 1.37 million people in 2020. The island nation has the greatest population density in Africa. Almost the entire population lives on Mauritius. Port Louis is the capital and biggest city. English, French, and Mauritian are the spoken languages. Mauritian is a Creole language based on French that is spoken by nearly the whole population. Morocco, formerly known as the country of Morocco, is a North African Arab kingdom in the western section of the Maghreb. The country shares maritime boundaries with Portugal and Spain, as well as the Atlantic Ocean in the west and the Mediterranean Sea in the north. Morocco is bordered to the east by Algeria and to the south by Western Sahara. Morocco claims the non-self-governing area, which borders Mauritania in the Moroccan-controlled section of Western Sahara. Morocco has a land border with Spain at the Spanish exclaves of Ceuta and Melilla, the two most populous Spanish colonies on the African continent. The kingdom has a total size of 446,550 square kilometers, excluding Western Sahara. The country has a population of 36.3 million people. As of 2021, Rabat is the capital city, while Casablanca is the biggest metropolis. The official languages are Arabic, multiple Berber dialects, Amazigh, and French. Mozambique is a beautiful country in southern Africa. Mozambique is a Southeast African country with a land area of 801,590 square kilometers and a population of roughly 28,829,476 people. Mozambique has a population density of 28.7 people per square kilometer. The country is bounded to the northwest by Malawi and Zambia, and to the southwest by South Africa and Eswatini. Mozambique's neighbors to the north and west are Tanzania and Zimbabwe. To the east, the country has a coastline on the Indian Ocean. Maputo is Mozambique's capital. Mozambique is rich in natural resources, ecologically and culturally diversified, and has a tropical climate. Mozambique gets its name from the same called offshore island, which was probably named after Musa al-Bik, a prominent Arab slave trader who established himself as sultan on the island in the 15th century. Namibia is an African country in the continent's southwest. The country has borders with Botswana, Zambia, and Zimbabwe, and is bounded on the west by the Atlantic Ocean. The Orange River forms the southern boundary with South Africa. The Cunene and Okavango rivers form parts of the country's northern border with Angola. Namibia won independence from South Africa on March 21, 1990. The name of the nation is taken from the Namib Desert. With an area of 824,292 square kilometers. The country has a population of 2.5 million people, as of 2020, making it the world's second least densely inhabited country, after Mongolia. Windhoek, the country's largest city, is located in the Central Highlands. English, Ovambo, Koko, and Afrikaans are the most commonly spoken languages. Niger is a landlocked country in Western Africa on the southern rim of the Sahara Desert. It is one of the world's poorest countries. Niger is bounded to the north by Libya and Algeria, to the south by Benin and Nigeria, to the southeast by Burkina Faso, to the west by Mali, and to the east by Chad. Prior to France's incorporation of the territory as part of its colonial African territories in the early 20th century, the region was riven by warfare between many kingdoms and tribes. The nation has an area of 1,267,000 square kilometers. The Sahara Desert occupies around 65% of Niger. The majority of Niger's population lives in the country's south. Niger has a population of 17.8 million people as of 2013, and it has the highest total fertility rate, 7.6 children each woman. Niamey is the capital and largest city, and the official language is French, although there are also Hausa, Zarma, Songhai, Arabic, and a half-dozen more languages spoken. Muslims make about 95% of Niger's population. Nigeria, formerly the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is a country in West Africa's southeast, having coastlines on the Bight of Benin and the Gulf of Guinea. Nigeria is bounded on the land by Benin, Cameroon, Chad, and Niger, and on the sea by Equatorial Guinea, Ghana, and São Tomé and Príncipe. With a total area of 923,768 square kilometers. Nigeria's two main rivers are the Niger, from which the country gets its name, and the Benue, a major tributary of the Niger. Nigeria has a population of 192 million people, according to UN estimates in 2017, making it the world's fifth most populated country. The capital city, Abuja, is located in the country's center, while Lagos is the country's principal port, economic center, and biggest metropolis. The official languages are English, Hausa, and Igbo, and it is believed that Nigeria contains over 250 separate ethno-linguistic groupings. The country's major faiths are Islam, 41%, and Christianity, 58%. Rwanda, known as the Land of 1,000 Hills, is a tiny landlocked, mountainous nation in Central Africa located south of the equator and east of Lake Kivu, one of Africa's Great Lakes. It shares borders with Burundi, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Tanzania, and Uganda. The country has a total area of 26,338 square kilometers. Rwanda has a population of 11.5 million people. In 2016, Rwanda has one of the highest population densities in sub-Saharan Africa. Kigali is the capital and biggest city, estimated population is 1 million people. Kinyarwanda, the official language of Rwanda, English and French are spoken, with Swahili serving as the lingua franca throughout the African Great Lakes area. São Tomé and Príncipe, formerly the Democratic Republic of São Tomé and Príncipe, is a volcanic archipelago in the Gulf of Guinea near the equator, about 320 kilometers west of Gabon on Africa's continent. The island of Príncipe is located west of Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, and Nigeria have sea boundaries with the island country. The archipelago's total size is about 964 square kilometers. São Tomé and Príncipe, with a population of 178,700 in 2016, is the second least populous African country after the Seychelles, as well as the smallest Portuguese-speaking country. São Tomé is the capital and biggest city. In addition to Portuguese, Foro, Angolar, and some Principense Creole are spoken languages.